Hey there guys, I gladly welcome you to my first World of Warplanes replay commentary. This replay is a 1 versus 8 scenario, and that sounds pretty fancy. But I want to show you a few facts about this game, why it is not that fancy at all. So let's just take a look at how this game goes. The start is pretty classic. I'm starting out in this game with a climb to very high altitude, playing alongside Cloud 2011. He is one of our German community contributors, and we're both flying the Model 81 plane, which is the predecessor of the P40 in development. But now I'm just taking a look at my plane, and nothing big's happening right here. As you can see, the plane only has 2 machine guns in comparison to the P40's 4 or 6, depending on which configuration you prefer. But let's just take a look at the action. The flying around to the battleground is not the most interesting part of this game. So let's proceed to the point where things start happening, which is here. Right here we can see a well-grouped enemy team. These are like 10 enemy fighters grouped around 3 allied planes. A 4th one comes in, but at that moment the first one already dies. Cloud tries to go in, but the next one already dies. So it's a pretty bad situation for our team. Moreover, we're fighting over enemy AA guns, so bad again, and nothing really happens in our favor. Now let's take a first look at things which were very good for me in the end to face off against a horde of enemy players. The first thing is that we're playing a tier 4 plane, so the players in this game are pretty new, and they don't know about stuff like view range. What's got view range to do with this situation, you might wonder, so I'm gonna show it to you. This chart is taken from the developers blog of World of Warplanes. It's a simple overview about how the vision system in World of Warplanes works. You have 3 up to 4 different fields of view which start from your plane and go into a certain direction. First of all, you got the frontal field of view. This is a 30 to 45 degree field of view which is in front of your airplane. This is basically what your pilot can see if he just sits in his seat looking forward. The view range on this one is 2,000 to 3,500 meters, and the Model 81 we are flying right now, it's 2,500 meters. The 2,000 meter view range is for open cockpit planes. The 3,500 meter view range is for jet ground attack airplanes. So I'm diving down in the sky. I've got a view range of 2,500 meters. However, this guy is flying in a straight line, so I'm diving in from behind here, and I got a decent angle. So I got a decent angle behind this guy, which is between roughly 20 and 30 degrees. It doesn't look like that, but if you see the numbers, it's a 45 degree angle here, and this is a 45 degree angle at the most, which means that this is at the most a 22.5 degree angle. So the difference is actually 22.5 degrees and up to 30 degrees difference. This is a pretty big field in which I can basically attack and get to a range of roughly 600 meters at this tier without the enemy even spotting me. So if you're flying in a straight line, you're just a prey for everyone who is hovering behind you, hovering above you, because he can attack you, and if he has got a good burst of gunfire, he will get you. Now the whole situation gets even more one-sided if the plane you're attacking is actually a single-seated fighter, because then you have to forget about this cone, which is the view range of the rear gunner. So if you're in one-seated plane, this cone doesn't exist. So your maximum view range from 45 degrees up all the way below your plane is 500 to 800 meters depending on what kind of plane you're flying in. Okay, let's get back to what's happening. As I explained just a minute ago, I'm closing in, he doesn't even realize I'm there, and with a quick burst I take away some hit points. It's not as quick as it should be in this case, but the player's not as good as he should be on the other hand. So I managed to take him down, getting my first kill, and trying to get some altitude again. Cloud still tries to fight the brave battle against, I don't know, 9, 10 enemy planes who are basically all chasing him. And he's calling for help, so being the nice guy, I try to do something, which, as you saw, didn't work out well. I only did like 50 damage in that attack, which is not very satisfactory. I try to swing in again. One guy's already attacking me, but I see the 5 hit point AR-80, so I take him down. Now Cloud died. Basically nobody's left down here to fight against these guys, and I decide, okay guys, I leap off. Now the other guys of our team who were on the other side actually come in to fight with the enemies, and they get some success. They shoot down a Platinum F and a Crystal 133, and they engage in a basically 2 or 3 versus 3 engagement over there. However, down here it's 4 or 5 enemy planes against one of our allies, so I can't really intervene. I'm hovering above them, try to get in a few range distance to get them go up, but it's not really working out. So I'm condemned to observe the battle, which is a very unhappy thing because the other team is performing way better than we do. Actually, at this point I am alone and the enemies have 8 planes left. One of the enemies, our Russia, in his A6M1 is on 6 kills. Things are looking pretty bad for our team. Moreover, even the superiority time is decently in favor of the enemy team. So actually it would be my turn to start doing something. I would have to shoot down a ground target or pick out at least 2 enemy planes. Now, if we cut this all together, it's pretty obvious that I'm gonna lose this game if everybody's doing his job. However, let's take a look at how it goes. Again, I'm trying to grab some attention to make them go up after me and possibly start to stall so that I can, with my altitude advantage, dive down on them, take them out one by one. But either I was not far enough down, or the enemies are too clever / too dumb to do that. So I'm trying it again, and basically again, but it's just not happening. However, the enemies start attacking ground targets, which is, considering our remaining AA guns, a very unwise thing to do. They get distracted. I manage to take down a Bristol 133. I catch up in a way. 2 guys crash out of no reason. I don't know what happened there, and all of a sudden I'm in the lead. I'm sitting at 3 kills, still at an altitude advantage. I'm in the lead. The enemies are still 5 guys, but I can see them all, and they are all down below, so I'm in a better position. And as funny as it sounds, in this situation, 1 against 5, I am the one in the better position. If I lose this game at this point, it's my mistake. It's not like in World of Tanks where you say 1 against 5. If you win that, you're a hero, no matter of what kind of tanks you're up against. They all have guns, they all can point their guns at you and shoot. In World of Warplanes you have to get into a range, and right now, with my altitude advantage, I'm denying them this possibility. They caught up with me, they killed some more crown targets, but again, this guy is doing the very same mistake the F3F has been doing before. He's playing in a straight line, he has no vision of me until I'm in a 600 meter range of him, and at that point it only takes like 2 seconds till he's dead. So if you're a beginner, and you don't know what's happening, and you don't know the rule of thumb to evade as soon as somebody's doing stuff, then it's actually pretty deadly if somebody's diving in on you like that. At this point, the enemies start getting really nervous and the next guy crashes into the ground. I'm up 20 points, so they need to destroy a lot of crown targets, and I'm up by about 100% in the air superiority timer. I'm way ahead of the enemy team, and there's basically no way I'm gonna lose this. So let's just take a short look at the rest of the game. At this point, actually one of my allies goes, "Holy shit, you're a good player, WarGamer." If I read this, I think I would have needed to say, "I'm not all that bad, but I'm not really good." This was a very easy game because the enemies keep crashing. Look there, it's the 4th guy crashing down. Only the 6 kill player of the enemy team and 1 other guy, which is this guy, are alive, and this guy is going down, leaving me with an ace medal and a 1 situation out of a 1 versus 8 scenario. Let's take a look at this game from the other side. What went wrong? Let's put it simple. Everything. The enemies find themselves in an 8 versus 1 situation. They have still some top tier planes left, and they are even at an advantage in terms of air superiority. So, how are they gonna win this scenario? Basically it's very simple. They just need to keep 1 or 2 guys distracting me, so hovering around below me. This will keep me busy, because I have to keep an eye on them. And the other guys can go from there wherever they want. Considering that they're at an advantage, they should possibly go back to their base, and as soon as they get out of range of me, so like 2,500 meters away from me, they should start climbing, gaining altitude till they are at a 2,000 meter level, roughly, and then come back at me with 2, 3, 4 players, however many can come up there. Even 1 would be good enough to force me into very bad position. So if you ever get into a situation where you got 1 guy left and your team has an advantage or only a very slight disadvantage and you got more players left, just leave your team to spare with this guy, let them fight with him, don't care about it, just get away, get up and get back. This will basically destroy any hopes for victory that player could have, because you will put him in a position where he can't really outclimb you anymore, because you made up for the altitude advantage by abandoning the immediate battle place, and he can't really dive down on his AA guns, because you still have multiple planes to attack him. And even if you're going over friendly AA guns, if many enemies are attacking you, you will not survive, not for long. So this was like the most lucky victory I have ever had in World of Warplanes. It's not something glorious. Okay, I managed to pick up 5 kills, that's okay-ish, but if you check my profile you will find that this happens every now and then, especially if you're playing on low tiers like I did here. It's not a game to be proud of, but maybe for you it's something to learn about how to win a game like this, or if you're on the other side, how to not lose a game like this. So, thanks guys for watching, I hope to see you soon, and good luck in the air.